How are we doing, everyone? Didn't want to leave you hanging around too much longer. Yes, take over. Hopefully, we should have people coming to join us, but they're just sorting things out at the moment. So, yeah, as it was scheduled, we couldn't leave you just hanging. We're not like that here. So, yeah, we'll just stop by. I've dropped a message to let them know that obviously I'm going to be starting it. Didn't want to leave you guys hanging around so long. So before we go on, let's jump in to see who we have here. So we've got Glenn, Rick, Wicken. How you doing, buddy? Alan, Elliot, obviously myself in there. Christine, welcome in. Simon Shears, how you doing? I'm a Wicked, welcome in. Marie, welcome in. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. George, how you doing, buddy? It's all right, mate. We'll do what we're doing. Yo, Lloyd's Koi, how you doing? Welcome in. So how's everybody been this week? How has the week been for everyone? Obviously, we've had a big change in weather here over in the UK, as quite a few of you know. I know the temperatures over in America are high 90s into 100s at the moment. Oh, Wayside, welcome in, John. Welcome in. So yeah, we're just Ken, good morning. So yeah, what's everyone been up to? I know I do need to contact you guys as well. Definitely need to contact you guys with regards to a couple of ideas I have as well, Jen and John. But I'll get around to that. I'll drop you a message later. Well, yeah, what's everyone been up to? Personally, myself, with the weather, it's just all been inside stuff, getting bits and bobs sorted out. But we do have some good news. We do have some good news on the koi front. So tank 1 is finally filled. So yeah, tank 1 is finally filled, and on that one, we'll give it a little. So yeah, we finally got round to getting that done. So yeah, I just thought I'd put that little sound clip in there. They don't even know that's there, so it'd be interesting for them when they watch back. So yeah. So yeah, tank 1 is filled. We do have the surviving koi from obviously when we had that big Kostya outbreak that almost wiped us clean. We still got 7 or 8 of their ones that are left, so they're now back in tank 1. Swimming pool will be getting drained. Well, it was getting drained until the clouds decided to open on us. So again, I'll be going back in there with the pond vac, getting all that out, just making sure it's all clean. And then what we're going to do before we pack it away is I'm going to hit it with about 4 tablets of Virkon S, just to give it a proper disinfectant. Dino, welcome in, mate. Hope work's not too bad for you today. I ain't got too many people booked in either. But yeah, so yeah, get the swimming pool disinfected, get that packed away, and then it clears some more space. Hopefully we'll get a skip in the next week or two, so we can get that garden tidied right up. Because yeah, but tank 2, we're looking at doing some more concrete in, so I've been told, Monday and Tuesday. But there is also a slight twist on that, because obviously, as you guys know, we've got the extra block. So there's rumors of something going in between the tanks. Yep, Monday. So yep, tomorrow. So Dino, I hope you're off tomorrow, because you're going to get busy, mate. I have to take it in turns mixing up by hand, because it's definitely going to be busy. But yeah, what's everyone else been up to? Obviously, we will be live again later, as you guys know. Just let me have a quick little wet whistle. We finish at 4:30 today. Okie dokie. Are you coming up home? If you are, and the weather's dry, we have to get up the garden and have a little tidy up. Just make sure everything's all clean up there, ready for tomorrow morning. But yeah, as I said, yesterday was a great day for those that don't know. You know, on the 24-hour bingo auction charity event, everyone done really well on that. Yo, Will, how you doing, bud? Want to do pond 2? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Get that second tank up and running, get that bottom drain in, get the easy pod hooked up, and then that will be all jobs are good, and as Andy would say. So once that's done, then we can work on what we're going to be doing in between. And then once that part's done, then we can start getting the gravel down and the tops on, as well as either some perspex or something like that over the top, just to hold the temperatures in. So yeah, there's definitely plenty to keep us going, put it that way. So on that, obviously most of you guys won't know, but there is a secondary channel. But you show where we are at? No, I can't, because my phone is on charge. But at a later date, I will put a video out over on my channel, because obviously we are hosting on Vince's at the moment, so we won't go into too much about what we are doing. But yeah, what's everyone else been up to? Everybody else's ponds okay? No parasites? Has anyone had any filter upgrades or tinkering? Obviously, if you wish to tell us, then tell us. If not, it is okay. We will have to look out for the content. My phone is always on charge. Yes, it is. But fingers crossed, this month we get our phone upgrade. So we'll be looking at getting the S24 Ultra. So that'd be good. Obviously, I was, with everything going on, with Vince winning his awards last week. Obviously, I was away as well, and so yeah, we didn't have a live last week. But yeah, it's good to kind of be back. It's good to be back. But let me just see whether we've actually got any responses. Let's see if we can get some of the other ones in. Oh, they've seen them. So it is just a matter of time. Wiccan saying getting the breeding nets in ready for a spawn. Well, okay, what ones you looking at spawning? Don't tell me you're actually doing them snow tigers for Vince. Yo, Rafi, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. What we were saying here? Well, was expecting a visit from Frank with my fry, but he scraped them yesterday, and there's pesky. Oh, them pesky bar stewards. Pesky bar stewards. Hello, bud.
Hello.
Hello.
On here.
No?
Jump.
That's bizarre. No, we sorted the microphone out. Postpone delivery until next week. Well, it's better to have it all ready and, as Vince would say, all tickety boo before they arrive. You know, that is for sure. So what's Franklin doing? Is he doing his?
I can hear you now.
There we go.
How we do, ladies and gentlemen? Sorry, I'm late to me. It's been a hectic weekend. We did have a bit of bad news yesterday, so yeah. And I've literally just left Mars because I've just been doing a PP treatment. So yeah, in the motor.
Yeah,
with a bonsai. I've got to report because I knocked my mum's bonsai off the bloody table.
Uh-oh. Otto. But yeah, I'm gonna have to pick your brains on the old bonsais anyway, because I planted one up by the koi house, but literally all the leaves on it have dropped off completely. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to lift it out and pot it on, and just see if I can bring it back. Because it is quite a large one.
A red lace by any chance?
I think it might have been. I think it is.
So better down for drop, especially if they're in a lot of sun. Can drop their leaves around this time of year, and then they re-leaf up later on in the autumn.
Right. Okay. Well, I say there's not really in the. Yeah, it's not really in the sun. It's up the top by the fence line, in between the koi house and the other shed. So it's not even that. Yeah. So yeah, Wiccan saying, oh, we've lost Vince's signal. So Wiccan is saying Yutsuri and a Goromo. Maybe try a Deutsch snow tiger. Interesting.
No. Goromo, Bruce Gahakus. No, now you're swearing at me, Wick.
Yeah. See, I personally like the Goromo. I personally like the Goromo. At some point, I will be looking at getting at least two, because I do really like them. Grandsayer, my red Acer leaf's gone crispy. It was the winds did it. Interesting. Say, I'm not really used to doing the Acers, so kind of all new to that kind of size.
To get
What,
a
the fact that
really
I like them?
to get a really, 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 really good one, you're
Yeah.
going to be paying.
Yeah, I do hear that they're quite stupid money, especially for a decent Buddha or Budo, however you wish to pronounce it.
Good amounts of
But yeah,
money.
you're chopping and splitting and splatting. It's probably a signal, bud, because you're in the motor. But yeah, Ken, is it? I don't know. Koi Addict is saying a
Yes,
C&A
Gwen, that
and
is
amazing.
one of the problems
Go
with.
on.
Yep, yep, they can
Yeah,
get
that.
wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, certain acers can get wind fern.
You said the white Acer that I've got is doing okay. There he is.
Is that me
Oh
back?
no, can't hear you. Yeah, you're cutting in and out. Cutting in and out, mate. All right. Can talk to Neil
I've got
Armstrong
to do
on the
this right.
moon. Getting signal down.
Don't want. For fuck's sakes. I fucking hate technology sometimes.
Oh, there you go. You're back now.
Right, how
Seems
do I
to be a
leave?
little bit better.
Am I back? Hey, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah. We can hear you. It's just there's a little bit of a delay. That's all.
Yeah, well, I'm back. I'm back on the old home internet now, and
Yeah, so it's
welcome in
just picking up.
everybody. And thank you everybody that reached out and sent me wishes and congratulations and everything else that goes with it. A week today, and I'm still flying up
Well, guess
there in the
what?
clouds with what?
Well, guess what?
You've been waiting to do that, haven't you?
I literally put it in the start of the show. Like, as soon as he gets on and we start talking about it, I was going to have to do it.
Oh, mate, I I still can't get my head round it. So
Yep.
I've got to repot this plant for my mum while I'm talking.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I'm thinking I may have to lift that one out anyway and just move that other one into the potting shed, just where it's
Yeah,
warmer, just to see whether I can bring it back. Because hopefully we can. Because it's pretty large, Acer. You know, it wasn't exactly a
I mean,
bloody cheap one.
no, but I've got a red acer out in the front,
Mm.
and if I get high strong winds, the leaves tend to look frazzled or scorched.
Mm-hmm.
If they, in fact, can you see through the window?
Yeah.
You
Oh
see
yeah,
my
I see
little
it.
red acer bonsai?
Yep.
You see how the leaves are all crispy and curled up?
Yep. Yep.
It seems to be a red acer thing, and if you clean the leaves off and you just leave her be, you find later on in the year it will releaf, because it confused both me and Mark for fucking years. Because after a year, a red one would all crisp up and disintegrate, and then we're like, "What's fucking caused it?"
Yeah.
But I've actually experienced it myself.
What's that you're putting in there? Some vermiculite?
No, this is actual proper bonsai potting compost
Oh, okay, got ya.
because
Do you know?
she likes she likes her trees and her bushes, does not
Yes,
much
yes.
to Pa's chagrin, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
But you know, in fact, I've like I say, I've literally just come away from Mars. I've been down there for the last few hours doing a PP treatment. Uh, we have had a little bit of bad news this weekend, so I wasn't in the right frame of mind to pick up the camera down there.
Yes.
But not only have I been treating the pond, but I've also been wiring up one of the aces.
Mm.
Yeah, Mars, that guy, she's got the big red one, hasn't she, that leans over,
Yeah,
and then she's got the green one that leans over.
yeah.
Well, next to those two, she's got one, and it was bought as one certain type.
Oh, it's the
With
one that's got the two.
Yeah, so you've got one that's got real fancy leaves, and out of the same base of the same plant has come the original plant that one was grafted to. So
Yeah.
what I've done is I've wired up the front one to trace over so the back one can come up, and then we can do it that way. But yeah,
Yeah,
that
so
took a
you
little.
can you can kind of like in effect stage it.
Yeah,
So you got
yeah,
the smaller one at the front, and then you got the larger one growing up over the top of it.
yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
Take advantage of the fact. I mean, I've had it before where I've actually intertwined two different aces together, and then you do get two different types of leaf, but
Mm.
after a year or two, you then get a third type of leaf comes out as well. And what you end up with is a hybridization between the two. You'll get one part will throw out one sort of leaf, the other one, and then you'll get an in between as well. It's absolutely bonkers. I mean, Mark said it earlier. Nature is just such a mind blowing thing when you look at it. You
Well,
know,
yeah, exactly. You know, that's why you go to some places and whatnot, and you always see if they get them where even if they put the pots too close to each other, like on a display, or whether even
yeah,
if they put it in the ground, you know. So I'm guessing technically, if you were to actually plant them into the good ground, put them on a slight twist so that the plants actually kind of come up together, then you can probably get them to actually do that.
because you'll find most most aces you buy in garden centres and stuff now of the fancy aces and all the different variations. You go have a look at the base and you'll find 9 times out of 10 the plant that you're buying has actually been grafted into an already rooted base,
Huh,
and that's how they do it.
interesting.
But
Jeff,
crazy.
welcome in.
Gerald doing, Jeff?
So
But
Christine's
yeah,
saying, "Oh, I remember that plant. I hope he has footage of that. It will be cool to see the update on it." As he said, I don't think there was one done because of rushing around and whatnot. Uh,
but yeah, the weekend.
Simon's asking, "When's that ready to flower?"
Not that sort of fucking plant time when you get. I know what you're getting at.
There is no CFL being used. If you know,
No,
you know.
if you know, you know. Especially there's definitely no high pressure sodium either.
Yes,
If you know, you know. But
yes,
anyway, yes, come back to the show.
yeah.
What a show! And I got to say, I got to take my hats off to the BKKS because they they did so well this year. And as someone that's been going to the national as a spectator, you build up an expectation's not the right word, but an opinion of how things are run. So
Yeah,
you don't,
a view.
yeah. you don't really appreciate what goes on
Mm-hmm.
behind the scenes until you
Yep.
either one, you help put the thing up, or you compete. And getting there Friday, shit myself. I had, everyone there was so helpful, so friendly. It was just unbelievable. Both myself and Susan were put at ease just by chatting to a couple of the BKKS staff that was there. How we doing, Sid?
All
So
good.
from start to finish, it was it was just it'll be a weekend that I will never forget because I went there I went there shitting myself, not expecting anything, but then to come away with 6 rosettes, one best in show. I mean, I couldn't even write it, you know. And I've had a lot of people saying, "Well, you embarrassed yourself," and no, it meant a lot, and a lot, especially when you see some of the fish that were being shown there, and the I got best Deutsch, but there was a Deutsch Sankey next to me that was 60 plus cm that was absolutely amazing in my eyes. But yet my little 26 to 28 centimeter, as Rick would call it, misfit,
Yes,
you
because
know,
Rick didn't want to take it.
no. And even when I put it in the bowl of do, Rick looked up at me and went, "The fuck do you want to take that for?"
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
goes to show, it's what we see as hobbyists, in
Mm-hmm.
effect, of being that misfit or being that not quite, to your taste. Because as we all know, every place we go to, we could walk in somewhere and they all look stunning, or
But
as old Sydney here would love to say, they all look sexy.
knocked it off.
But then
You know,
to somebody else, they could walk out and be like, "No, none of that's for me."
yeah, definitely, definitely.
So
But
there's always that side of things where it can always be like that.
oh
or it
yeah,
was the
for
Koi
sure.
God, the
Yeah,
gods of Koi. They
yeah,
decided to
exactly that.
smile on
Hey,
him. And,
the Koi gods were definitely smiling down on me. That's for sure. That's for sure.
100%, bro.
Yeah,
Yes, I will be doing it again next year.
yep.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you're going to need some more moss, bub. Yeah, you're going to need some more moss because this one's bigger than your pot was. So it won't need repotting for a little while.
Afternoon, Rocket Boy.
How's it been, Shane? How's it been,
How
Yeah,
you
Shane?
feeling, Dave?
yeah. I hope you're feeling better, Dave. Yeah, I've
Because
been all right, mate. Keeping busy.
Dave's not been well a week. He's been hit with
Fucking Rona.
yeah. Someone went to a national koi show with Rona. Tut tut tut.
Yeah, tut tut to that person.
Yep,
Fucking
whoever
tut,
it was.
whoever they be.
But yeah, I will definitely be doing it again. And I was blown away getting the two first 3 seconds and a third. For a first time ever showing.
Yeah,
And I then got later on in the day got informed that I was actually 1 point short of getting the newcomer award as well. That went to Jeff Wynn. It's not like I can turn around and say, "It's all right, I'll get you next year," because the newcomer thing is gone then, hasn't it? So
hmm the only way you can carry on that newcomer one now is competing in Declan or going up to Newark.
no. I did make the decision, and I have made the decision. I'm going to stick to my guns, and that is I'm only going to show my koi at the national.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, at the point of year that the national is held, it is a start, basically the start off of the feeding season. You know, the hardest bit for me and for Susan was the fact
Not feeding
that
the pond.
we couldn't feed them for a week, and of course, either one of us would walk up to the pond edge and they just come charging at you, and your instant reaction is to chuck in some food. But you can't, because otherwise you're not going to help the fish
Come
in the long
transport.
during the weekend, because of all the waste and that they're going to end up excreting, not just into the bags, but the actual vats as well. So yeah, that was one of the biggest things that I struggled with. The bagging up at the start was a bit nerve wracking, and I think that was purely just because it was first time, and I think Rick made the right choice when he said, right, we'll bag them individually and
Yes.
transport them individually, but when you come home, you know, you can condense them down a bit. After the bagging up on the Friday, bagging up from the vats on the Sunday was so much easier.
Yeah, it's like anything. The first time you do it,
Guy that was
it's going to be.
in the next door vat to me, number 50, he had 3 massive carcass. I mean, these things were great units. As he was bagging them up, he got one in the sock net, and as he took fish out of the sock net, it just splattered eggs everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. So he's got one of the guys back to get the water pump from the big pool, so we could wash his net and that down. But didn't think about the people that was next to him with cardboard boxes, not plastic containers. So I had to run around picking up all the fucking cardboard boxes so they didn't go soggy. And then Dave was sucking I think it was the second to last fish, and ended up doing the split because he just slipped on the wet grass. So, but yeah, overall experience. I'm getting attacked by the rat. What do you want?
Ah, the Mexicali. The mad
Tim,
Mexican.
you got bad breath. Go away.
The
Right, what
mad
was it? Yeah.
Mexican.
But yeah, now it's been done once. The
Yeah.
actual taking to and coming home, not a problem, not a problem now. And if there's anyone out there that has ever had the thought, I'd like to do that someday, I recommend doing it. If you really want to give it a go, then
Yep.
go for it, because it is a completely different experience for a koi keeper, especially for the first
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Not just in the actual showing, but the preparation that leads up to it. You know, with the conditioning, colour food and all that, and then no feeding and everything else. You know,
Yep.
it's the whole lot was a major learning curve. And I enjoyed the learning curve that much. I've said I'm going to do it again. And of course, I've got to go back and try and defend what I won this year.
Ah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yep. And like,
That's gonna be
I mean,
interesting.
the Sunday I got home, I had to go down to my mum's because my mum and dad had the dog for the weekend. Of course, took my trophy down and my rosettes, and they're both proud of me. But my dad said, "Well, you shot yourself in the foot there now, haven't you? Because you've set the fucking bar high if you're going to do it
Yep.
next year." And I'm like, "Oh, cheers, Dad."
True though.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Yeah. What's this about sharing a vat at shows? Surely that's just gossip. Can't be true, can it? So yeah,
Right,
there has been
wait,
rumors of people sharing.
Oh, definitely Wiccan, definitely 100%. And you know, I won it with a koi that's weird and wonderful from a spawning that was weird and wonderful because the parents to that fish were actually metallic shisui
Mm-hmm.
and a deep orange Mizuno Ogon. Yeah, so you work out how you got yellow and green out of those two. So, like I said to him last week, after creating that, you can't say no to creating a snow tiger now. But yeah, when he showed me the parents Friday, I was absolutely blown away. Yeah, yeah, definitely, Simon. Definitely. There's no way I would ever be able to contend for grand champion, mature champion, adult champion, you know, because I just haven't got that quality of koi, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Now, best Deutsch is attainable. I've proved that. Yeah. And for me, the main thing is proving to other people like myself that it can be done with fish that haven't cost more than most expensive one was 150 quid.
Mm.
You know, the fish that won best Deutsch, if that was being sold at the shop at the farm, well, that would have been in a 40 or 50 pound tank.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
you know, it literally, it winning the prize that I've won and the rosettes, it literally just reinstated what I've been saying for years. You know, it doesn't have to be expensive to keep, maintain, and grow quality koi.
Yeah, exactly.
It was irrespective of where they're from,
Yeah.
because I won first in size and class with Ginrin Beko. Now that used to belong to my best mate. He bought that from a garden centre. So that from that garden centre it would have come from Israel. So that's an Israeli
Mm-hmm.
fish that got first in size and class. You
Yep.
know, I got two second in size and class with British breadfish. I got a
Mm-hmm.
first in size and class and best in show with British breadfish. So, you know. Oh, sorry, Mark.
That's all right.
I thought you was having a cup of tea. That's what.
No,
No.
get back to
All right, Bob.
something. Go
You're dirt.
So yeah, it looks like Koi Karma's going to be doing the show next year as well.
Yeah.
Like for me
Yes, yeah.
personally, now from what was with what's going on,
Love you, Bob.
it's going to be difficult for me to get there to pretty much any of them because where I'll be, it will be completely hundreds of miles away.
Which ball it is?
Yeah, Maureen's here.
Yep. It was absolutely fucking awesome meeting Maureen, and she has said that her and Christine from Sweet Acres Koi Farm will be coming to the National next year.
Yep.
And she has guaranteed me that she will be coming to the New Forest to see us, and she's going to come to Twisted Towers.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Gord, welcome in, buddy. How you doing, Laser?
Red Lasers in. How we doing, bud? So I was thinking, anyway, enough of me yapping on about my koi show exploits. Sid, can't hear you. You've muted your mic.
Oopsies. What about
There you
people?
go.
Yeah, because of all the background noise, guys.
Mm-hmm.
But what about people coming to India, Vince? What about you coming to India now? Huh? There's somebody come now. Hmm?
Yeah, I know. I've got to get my
Huh?
passport sorted first.
What about you, Shane? India's pretty easy. Yeah, you don't even need a visa, man.
Mm-hmm.
At
Yeah,
least
but
I
you
don't
need a
think you need
passport.
one.
Yeah, do it. Start with Sid.
Dude, you need a passport to go anywhere, Vince. Other
Jesus
than the
Christ,
national.
you need a passport to go to Wales.
Oh, I thought she'd scoot onto the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yes, it's going to
Yeah.
be
But
awesome, awesome. But yeah. So, how's things been with you, Sid, fish wise?
oh, a little bit good, a little bit bad, a little bit of everything. You know how it goes. For the most part, they've all settled down. All the big fish have settled down. All the jumbo size and stuff. Okay. It's just that Canezo tank, I lost a few of them. But now they've kind of leveled out as well. But they're kind of on lockdown away from everything else. Just no handling, nothing. Just giving them time to settle in, you
Yep.
know. But the rest of the stock has kind of fully settled in. They're just chowing down on 15 kg bags of food like so fast right now. It's, and they're growing, man. Vince. They're growing. Like the tosais came to me at about 11 or 12 centimeter ballpark. Yeah,
Yeah,
Aoki and Sakuzume and all of that. And like 90% of them are above 16 centimeters. Like 80% of them are above 16 centimeters, 10% of them are above like 18, 20 centimeters, really getting chunky.
yeah,
And they've just been the best of them. Like I've sorted ASAP, and they've been getting Hikari, Saki Hikari, full power, and it's really been showing a difference. It's been showing a difference. And but even the other fish are growing really fast as well, man. It's been a good month, honestly. It's just all still really stressful, man,
yeah.
because right now
It's
I'm
going to be though, isn't it?
running the
Because
show alone.
you're still establishing yourself as well at the same time.
Correct. But like, and also now in the next, I'm still preparing to get my next part of the shipment. This first, this first set of, I mean, this first part of the shipment was like so hardcore for me and so intense for me. I'm
Yeah,
just like, oh my God, 100, 120 Santai. Jesus Christ. And like, it's basically just me and Saksham, right? My assistant.
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of goddamn work. And it's anxiety inducing work, you know? Like, I can't seem to go home at night and go to sleep. I can't seem to think of anything but like getting on the bike and getting here first thing in the morning, you know? And it's just there's a lot, man. It's all worth it, yeah. It's
Of
super
course it
worth
is.
it. No doubts about it. But it's definitely challenging at this point right now. And then also like trying to keep on the ball with like social media and sales and like do bowling and sorting and grading and cataloging. Oh my god. Try and catalog 1,000 tosais. Jesus Christ. It's a nightmare, Vince. Like, and because they're not like Aoki tosais are not sell by the lot type of fish. You know what I mean? They're just
No,
not.
they're
Like
individuals.
they're individuals. I tried to go through them and see if I could get that type of stuff,
yeah,
and I just can't. It's not happening. Like even the basic stuff is stand out. You know what I mean? Like it's gotta be shown on its own. And like just getting them one by one with their fins open. Just a simple top view top down view photo. You know, some of the koi are really impossible to photograph almost because they're just like, no, 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 no way, it's not happening. Oh, look at this. You machli hoga. Thank you. Thank you so much. But so yeah, what he's saying is the fish are looking really good, but so they've settled down for the most part. It's all relaxed, man. Then now at this point, I'm working on just like the functioning of the farm. You know, like how like and safeguarding tanks and making sure I have like protocols in place and like make sure like things are backed up and all because like the stocking quantities in these tanks, the ones that do have stock in them, I would have trusted myself just a few just
Hmm.
a few weeks ago. I don't know how, like you know how it goes, right? It's stressful. Like just how the electricity went and you had a tragedy. at New Forest. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like something like that could go down here. Like I'm dealing with IBCs and like 600-800 size and like 500 size in one pond and things like that. Like something could just break out overnight, and like I could
Hmm.
come to the store the next day, roll up the shutters and just smell some stank, and so it's a little bit anxiety inducing, but otherwise it's all good. What else can I say?
So it is it more stress than what you expected?
I like until I have a team in place and until I have the help that I need, and until then it's just me, man. Like it's my responsibility, like
Yep.
and it's livestock. It's a different thing when it's a couple of tanks at home, and like a couple of boxes of koi being imported and being handled like that. And then it's a
Yeah.
different thing where like if shit goes south over here, you basically need to like bankrupt yourself, like not like figure out how to insurance claim and things like that. So like it's definitely whole new pressure level, but and yeah, it's a very different from back home, very different from back home, but it's rewarding, man. It's really worth it. Like I spend I can't comprehend doing anything else other than sitting here right now at this
Yep.
moment
Yep.
of time in my life. Like I just can't comprehend anything else. Like I'll tell you what, I went from tank to tank, right? And now I've taken out all the tosais out of the main pond, right? Other than the
Yeah.
ones that I'm keeping to grow for next season, which is like 20 of them. That's it, out of the 1,000 of them. And so the rest of that is condensed into the biofloc and the IBCs right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need to prep those big tanks for the big fish when they get here,
Hmm.
and I need a spare big tank or two in case it starts going down with them. So like I need that space really badly. The Tosais can handle the biofloc and things like that.
Yeah.
So I've got them split up between all of these bioflocs, but then the one that has the budget stock has the most stock in it, right?
It always
Because
will have.
they've got it always will have, and like I just casually like the pump went off, and that the pump just failed, right? And it's the submersible that's running that IVC, and like within 20 minutes there was an oxygen loss in
Hmm.
that tank, and I was just like hustling to make sure everything was okay. Otherwise, I had like a wipeout of like 10% stuff, you
Yeah.
know. So
Uh, at
it's
high
definitely,
temperatures, deoxygenation is a bitch.
Hmm.
and dude, my place is like the reason they're growing like that. Even the Sansai that came in, like the Mukashi Ogon that I sold right now, yeah, it was 64 centimeter. When it came in a month ago, it was 67 centimeters. Well, I bowled it and sold it. That's 3 centimeters in 1 month, bro. That's amazing.
That is some really
That's
good growth.
beautiful. And like all the big fish, all the tosais are just coming here, and we've got these tanks open to the sky, right? As far as light and heat is concerned, and it's being like so like that temperature is like almost at a consistent 27,
Is
28,
this outside the
and they're
shop? Is
just
it?
no inside the shop, man, inside the shop because the top, so the entire place is shaded in, and then the tops are transparent, right? So the sun in India is not like the sun that you guys have, right?
Hmm.
It beats down big time. Like in Maharashtra, it beats down big time. So letting that sun in and then holding that heat in the koi house is it just keeps that water like super warm, man. And like we're currently hitting into the rainy season, and it's supposed to be getting cool and things like that. And like back at home when my setup was there, it was being rained on and shat on basically because it was all outdoors. And like this would be the time where I had all sorts of issues crop up,
Hmm.
all sorts of issues like water parameter issues, pH
Hmm.
issues, failures, like temperature drops and swings and all of that stuff. And like I've had storms go by and my fish don't even know. Like the water's so warm and they're just like eating.
Well, yeah, because it's kind of
I need a
it's
second, guys. I have.
yeah. No worries, mate. No worries. So yeah, well, I was going to go with that one. Obviously, we'll pick it back up when Sid comes back on. But having it inside does help. You don't have. Granted, he'll have his AC running, so that will create some kind of wind factor. But for the predominantly side of it, you won't get that high winds. So that will, in itself, will hold it back. So one, you won't have the wind chill on the tanks. So that definitely does help. As we all know, keeping ponds and whatnot outside, you will always, unless you have them covered, even if they're outside, you always have your pH slight swings, because obviously you're going to get rainfall into them or anything like that anyway. So you're going to always have that. But because of the temperature in which he deals with, 40s and things like that, and then you get the wind coming through, the storms, everything like that, because of the drop, where like for us in the UK, your drop swing will only be kind of like this level on a scale of things, where it can be more of that scale over where he is, just because of the difference between his average to what they're going to get. So yeah, it's definitely which is kind of the part of what I like about us being here, is the fact that we can then see, okay, we only get like this level, where for what Sid's dealing with is more this kind of level. I was just saying, like when you have them outside, you've got to take into mind of your wind speeds, your wind chills, your pH drops and whatnot because of the rain. Where you're having it sealed, you're basically ruling out that.
Correct.
Because you're not having the natural rainfall and everything like that coming in.
Yeah. So I like, from what I've seen, right? It's so much about the ambient temperature in the room. So like along with the sun and things like that, like even on an average day, it's cooler outside than it is in my Koi house by at least 4 or 5 degrees. If I've got the air conditioning turned off, right? So that's just, and even when it's raining, it's warmer inside because of the humidity and everything else going on. So then it just warms up so well. It's been so stable and stress free, man. Then, but I have to step out.
No worries, Rickon. Go and get that sorted, mate. Especially with your fucking 90 to 100 Fahrenheit. Go and get that sorted, mate. Hope it goes well.
God.
So I know for a fact at the moment where Rickon is, they're getting around 95 to 105.
Ouch.
Yeah. I've been keeping an eye on everybody's temperatures around the world. So
yeah. Nerdy boy.
Yeah, I know. But it's good because then it gives us more when we're talking. We give that more of a connection because I know where kind of what they're dealing with.
So then it's damn hot here.
Yes.
Can't wait to put down my cold version. How are they coming on, Simon? Because I know Ricky's grown show with different fry are hitting between 15 and 20 cm at the moment.
Yeah, I've seen some of Franklin's, and they are growing like a stonk as well.
And what about you, Vin? You got some packing away? At least a few of them backed up at home.
I have got a couple in the growing on tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the original 9 survivors, and I got some given to me by Rick when he done his selection. So there is a few in there, and they are growing. Mind you, I won when I won the trophy. I won a small sack of Sakiakari Balance in
Mm-hmm.
2 mil
Nice.
pellets. Mate, they're smashing the shit out of it now.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want the
They
crumb.
love it, don't they?
They're Sakiakari. Oh, mate.
Dude, once they
But
get a taste of that, the rest of it, they're just like,
yeah. So
yeah.
for the main pond at the moment, I've got very, very tiny little bit of Sakiakari colour left in there, but not a lot. And in that, you've got the Vitality from New Forest in 3 mil and 6 mil. You've got
Mm-hmm.
Sinking Sturgeon pellet. You've got 2 mil Grove pellet. You've got 2 mil Sakiakari staple in there, along with crab sticks and everything else.
Crab
Oh, that's
stick.
fucking awesome, Alan.
Yeah, Alan
Absolutely
say these are
awesome.
doing well. Some of them are biggest ones are about 12.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know if everyone watched the video,
You boys
but
want to see some fish? Some tosai?
go on then, while I'm
Do
rolling
we
away.
want to see some fish?
Silly
Hold on.
question.
Let
Oh,
me
we are
just quickly
cracking
get,
koi chat. Of course we do.
hold on. Let me just get a couple of them onto this thing.
Is there anyone out there that would like to come and join us? So,
Mm.
Got a 10 about to order. Catch you guys later, Shane. See you for grading at 5. Yeah, no worries, mate.
graded.
Mm-hmm.
Where you had fry from?
I haven't got fry. We're
What
just moving a few from the small pond up into tank 1 to give the fry pond more space.
Yeah.
Because that Ginrin Kahaku is probably about almost the same size as Charlie. The track when we move when we move that over.
Yeah, that's good size then. So I'm just reading what Simon put.
So yeah.
Maybe sharing a pool with the big koi hunt frying net. But tomorrow's mine's about 6 to 7 centimeters. What do you mean by you switching it out? Are you going to move them, or you move the other ones out and empty the net into the body of water? Because that's the little quarantine setup you had it in, wasn't it? You had them in there with a net with some other fish, if I'm not wrong. So the other fish, are you moving them into your main pond so you can then release the fry into the tank? It might take him a while. It's not conspiratorial.
No. So we'll be looking at pretty much moving that on once we get the block work done, which we'll be doing more of tomorrow.
What's that
on
for
the
tank 2?
Tank 2, yeah. And there's also potentially a small tank 3 going in between. Mm-hmm. The rubber liner's already been ordered for tank 2.
So what size liner did you order?
5x5.
5 meters by 5 meters. So asking how much is that?
How much?
Yeah.
Under a oneer. That's what happens when you research, mate.
Is it butyl?
Mm-hmm.
Where you get butyl rubber from at that price?
That's where you do your research, mate. I'll drop you a message later, I'll let you know.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better, Simon. But how big are the 3 that you're going to put into the fry net? And how many of the fry do you have left? That's the other question.
Yeah, what are you guys doing now? We've got the niece and nephew here, and they're getting a little bit volume. So I'm going to be right back and go and sort stuff out and get myself a brew.
Oh, I see. I see. It's,
Almost got it then.
hey, I tell you what, it's nice to have our Rocket Boy in the comments on a Sunday instead of on the replay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah. Poor bugger got COVID, didn't he? So,
What the fuck? I mean, what the snack?
what you
Are you
what the
serious?
fucking for? What?
Hold on, I'm just quickly trying to get these videos on here, but my airdrop seems to be failing me just as I'm in front of them.
Oh, come on, I thought you'd have had that sorted by now.
All right, that should work. So first there was this fish, very, very new to me. All right, it's new to me, but where is it? Hold up. There we go. That's loud. So that is a Benny Ginga. Sorry, a Kuro Ginga, which is basically in Japanese it means Black Galaxy. I just put a short up about that fish. So that was one really nice, weird, and wonderful fish that we got from Koi. And this is just random selections that I'm pulling out here now. Oh, this one was really nice. Really nice. Hold up. Everybody just bailed. Any questions from you guys? Help me keep the chat going on my own while I pull up this fish. There we go. Oh, issues, that's the same one. So what's been up, ladies and gentlemen? Come on. I'm sure you guys have some questions. Vincent back. You're muted then. Hello? So I think Vince has lost us. When the temps get really bad. Well, so I think I've had the worst weather I could possibly have already in terms of heat, and it hasn't gotten too bad. But then I've got air conditioning in the entire space. There's about 8 of those units, and then also I can pull over a shade on the top, and I've got some DIY chillers coming about. And then you muted yourself. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, I tell you what, it really has been one of them days today, hasn't it?
But
These
yeah, that's
things
how
are.
I keep it cool.
Yeah, but you
I'm
have
prepping
suffered with
one
the heat.
pond. Yeah, I have
You
suffered
have
with the
suffered
heat,
with the
but
heat,
that's
though, haven't
me
you?
personally. That's me
No, I
personally,
mean
not
actually
the
in
fish.
the facility.
Yeah. That's me personally. I mean, I as a human have suffered with the heat, but the fish are absolutely fine with it. The fish are loving it. Like I've been um trying to make it as hot as I can, as warm as I can naturally,
Yeah,
because I want my fish to be like really strong when they go to clients' homes. Not everybody's got chillers and things like that to be able to handle. Like the same way you guys have heaters there, chillers are a thing here, right? But Like not everybody's got chillers, and I think like it's just better off to get these fish strong enough to deal with the temperatures that naturally exist here,
Hmm.
instead of like trying to coddle them into like um pretty divas, you know what I mean? So, but I've not had issues with the heat so far, man. But I've been on high alert because like I know bacterial issues, parasitic issues, everything is supposed to be all the way up there when it gets so warm, you know. So like
Yeah.
I've been on high alert and I've just been trying to keep it cool, man. Thank you so much. The results definitely do speak pretty well. But check this one out then. Look at this crazy little bugger.
What's
Not
that?
a
Tancho
Kajaku.
Kuru.
It's actually Benny Ginga is what they call it. So like that's this new variety, like this variety that I've got a decent amount of from Aoki. And
Has it got any
there's
more pattern
sorry,
other than that? Has it got any
it
more pattern other than that
so
dot on its
it
head?
actually I would have called it a Tancho as well, but it does have one little speck here that I could see in person.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why I don't call it a Tancho, and I guess it's a Marathon. But
Yep.
then but it's even apart from that spec is not very much seen, and if this can manage to hold its color, which it has pretty well, because like so what I've noticed is that I will find out within a week or so whether a fish is going to drop color in India or not. Like either it'll happen with me in this heat in the studio, or it then seems to hold really well, because like almost the Sanchos that came in, at least 20% of them just dropped, right? And it's definitely to do with heat and growth, because like the water was cold over there and they came here and those fish exploded in size. Like they started growing so fast, but then that marking went to shit so fast, as
Yep.
fast as they were growing, right? So like that is one thing I've got my mind on, like trying to bring them in and groom them so that like they keep the pattern. And then the second thing that I'm working on is to make one chilled pond, okay, but not two chills, because like a lot of my Kurogoshikis are like a lot of the sumi is dropping, man,
The
because
sumi does tend to drop in the heat. The
uh,
higher the water
it's
temperature, the more the sumi will drop back. And then once
just
it
watching
cools,
all these fish right now. It's become super evident to me that that's definitely a thing, man. Like a lot of the Kurogoshikis have become like grayish, a little bit grayish, apart from
yeah,
like the ones that were really potent to me. You know what I mean? Really potent to me. Those guys have kept it, but even them are having um like gray, slight graying and things like that happening, where they're starting to look a little gunmetalish and things.
yeah.
Um, that's another thing that I've seen that's been really something I've been trying to work on. But
But
man,
if the
yeah,
Benny hasn't got the genetics to
we'll
stay
see.
strong, then
Yeah,
it will break down. I mean,
yeah,
I had it last
I
year.
did.
I
I
mean,
noticed
Susan
it
is
this with just one farm. You know what farm that is? I'm not gonna say it because like I don't want to be that type of guy. But like it's definitely a lot to do with bloodline and genetics as well. 100%, Ben. Maybe the strain is just weak or something like that.
I mean, I had it last year. I had a Tancho Goshki, and within
Yeah.
3 weeks of being in my pond,
Hmm.
all that Benny spot disappeared
Ha, ha.
within 3 weeks.
The
Mental.
luck.
Yep.
Dude, the type of tanchos that I've seen, like I'm left with about at least 50-60% of them. But like the amount of tanchos that I've seen lose and change their marking in 1 month just puts me off. So hardcore. Okay, so this apparently, Vince, is the same type of fish as we just saw Marutan, right? But that's a Ginrin Benny Ginga. Okay. So the previous one we saw was a Marutan Kuro Ginga, and then this one is a Ginrin Benny Ginga, is what they call it. So the Benny Ginga is red galaxy, and the Kuro Ginga is black galaxy, apparently. And
All right. But yeah, you can see that the sumi is down on that.
yeah, it'll come up. It'll definitely come up. But and there's at least like 30 odd tosais that I've got that are this variety, but like in different varying looks, man. It's quite crazy. They look like candy goshi, like mix between goshikis and kujaku. If that
Yeah.
makes any sense. Like
Basically, what it is you're getting a kajaku with floating benny.
yeah.
Whereas a normal kajaku, you would have that Matsubamon would continue through the benny pattern, but with a benny ginga, you still keep the metallic. It tends to be more of a metallic grey than the metallic white that you get on most kajaku, but you get that gosh floating benny on top of it.
Yep. Definitely loving those, man. Definitely loving on those. But there's so many of them.
They tend to more come into their own when they get bigger.
Oh, I'm waiting. I've got a couple of them put aside. Just a few. Just a very select few, and they're pardon?
Get that metallic with that floating. That they do look really nice if you get a good example.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking about is we should do some bold discussions now that we've got 1,000 mystery koi to look at. You know, because I mean it's a little uninspiring to be pulling up videos that I took in the afternoon when I have bowls right around me and the pitch right there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm thinking we level up our lives a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And maybe have a couple of fish from here and there. You know, just from here and there to discuss.
So I had a little thought where you sent me that message the other day, Sid, with regard to the cam. Yeah. If you were to actually take that GoPro, right, get on a ladder, mount it up high enough so it gives you that overlook. Yeah. You then go into your cam. Before you do it, you write down your camera IP setting. And you whack that into your browser, and that will pick up the IP.
What?
So you can have an overview camera setup on your PC ready. So you can literally
how does
it'll give you the whole view.
How is the GoPro connected then to the PC?
It connects it. It connects it for yeah.
Okay, I have nice Wi-Fi going on here.
Yeah, so you can literally link it up like that.
To zoom in with that, then
should be able to. Yeah, if you get the app.
Nice. That is a really good idea. So what I was thinking was, like, I've got this little desk that I've got going right now, which is where I'm speaking to you guys from. This is my work desk. And on the right here is where I'm thinking about just putting like this big tub and then having a diffused light situation happening and then a mount for the camera on which I can, like, we can pull up the camera on the phone, on the iPhone, which is pretty decent as well. And then we get this nice zoomed in view, right, of the fish. So, for example, let me just put, I'm working on the same setup so that I'm able to start doing auctions well, you know, because that's going to be a thing now.
On
so
something
30,
with that
38 inch is about 3 foot.
Yeah, I've just run through it with my tape measure. Yes, Andrew. With the amount of surface area that you're going to have with 7 by 4 meters, it would be, but if you could, and you could take
Go
it
deeper.
to 48 inches, 44, just give you that little
Yeah,
bit of extra. But yeah, what sort of filter system are you going to be thinking of putting on there? Because that's a big surface area, 7 meters
that's
by
a
4 meters.
big pond, bro. That's a big pond.
That's almost getting into G territory.
Yes. 7 meters by 4 meters. That's a big surface area. So yeah,
3.3,
even 38 inches deep, you still got a good surface area. But I would
Yep.
personally go overall 4 foot. So even if you went down that few extra inches to get to your 4 foot, and you still got your 38 out of the ground, then that would be your better option.
Jesus, that's over 16 foot.
Ooh,
16, 18 foot.
that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Tape
So
measure ain't gonna
this
cut
is
it,
a
mate.
shot. So this is just a shot
So
of the smallest toe size.
4 meters is 13 foot 2 inches.
Yeah. So that's the width he's going.
Yeah. Add another 3 meters onto that.
Sid's eyes like, what? That's the width?
Nice, bro. No, but that's easy
Yeah. So
access
if
and
you can, then mate, I would go down to 4 foot.
Yeah,
oh,
stick
for
another
sure.
bucket on it. Stick another bucket depth on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
would take it down to 4 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, almost
that
23 foot long.
that's going to be a pond and a half. What are you going to use to?
23 by 14.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
7 meters
a
long,
35,000
4 meters
liter
wide.
pond, bro.
Yeah, I would
That's gonna be
definitely.
a beast to filter. I'm interested in hearing what filtration you're using.
Yeah, and are you going to insulate it?
Definitely.
Simon said.
Where is he at?
What would that be in meters for the depth? If he goes 4 foot, that'd be 1.2.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Yeah,
1.3.
just over 1.2. Yeah, just over 1.2.
So you're looking liter wise for 33,600
So in gallons.
gallons. You're looking at 7,390.959.
Ooh,
So just literally
dude,
pretty much coming up to 7,500.
that's the volume of my big tank, basically. The big pond.
That's going to be a nice pond.
That's a lot of water, bro.
Fucking hell, Simon, 4 inches. Youch, I'm only thinking of putting 2 inches on mine when I rebuild it.
I've only put 1 inch on the fucking tanks.
Oh, well, that's all I
Just
put on
leave
the
it.
ground utility long block, and that's holding the temperature lovely. Yeah, I would say 4 inches is overkill. I know Rick's got 4 inches on a lot, bit like in the Megamunga tunnel, but
I think
you know,
most ladies would disagree with you, Vince.
No comment.
you would, you
Stop
mother
looking at her.
me
She's not
for
gonna make you
taking the
feel
fucking
better.
tone down. If you talk about me lowering the tone, Sydney.
Oh, just come on, man. A little bit of
Absolutely disgusting.
Absolutely diabolical.
Hold on. I'm gonna quickly take a quickie and be back. Just a second.
Yep. Let me just work this, see if I can actually get this to work.
Yeah, but Simon, it's overkill and belt and braces. You know, there's a big difference between belt and braces and overkill, and I would say it's at 4 inches on the bottom as well.
What's he planning on doing? If he's putting 4 inches on the bottom, is he going to stick a bottom drain and actually insert it into the fucking insulation?
No, I think I'll go down a couple of feet, 30 inches above the ground, 4-inch thinking span. Mate, in all honesty, are you gonna be heating it? Are you gonna be putting an air source heat pump on it? Because covering it over winter to maintain the temperature, it's gonna cost you a fortune to cover it. And like I say, if you're not going to be putting an air source heat pump or something on it, 2-inch kingspan will be absolutely ample. It'll be cheaper as well, unless you're getting 4-inch from somewhere else. But yeah, 2 inches is absolutely ample, especially on something that size.
I really wanted to hear from Andrew what filtration he's doing on that 35,000 meter pond, buddy.
Yes. Well, let's get over the construction and the insulation first. I think there might be a lag in the comments. Yes and no.
Let me quickly take you boys around.
Yep. So here we have a deep in look into some plastic. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, Davey boy. How you doing, Jigsy? So I've had Rona 4 times and yeah, don't get easier. He's got the grub out. He's got the rubber dub grub. Nom 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 nom. Well, they're definitely hammering that grub. What's that, 3 mil? Yeah, it's definitely not good, is it, mate? But yeah, fingers crossed you can get back to power and get down that farm. Because we all know Vince is going to have plenty of work for you to do when you get down there. You know what I mean? There you go.
There we go. Rocket Boy's first job will be water duties, I think. because with one thing we didn't get around to doing Friday, which was topping up ponds and our filter seal. Our filter system was surging, so it needs water top up
Yeah.
badly. And I've got a sort of spray bar out, and mind you, I've got to go fucking hack the tomatoes back at all.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you know where I showed you where the back of the pond was? You know that it's got about 1.5 foot gap. You cannot see that 1.5 foot gap from where the top of the plants are to the bottom of the floor.
Jeez.
Honest to God, they are actually starting to root in the ground. Honest, I shit you not. Honestly, you go. I'll video tomorrow anyway.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
but literally, you can see in the middle. There's big chunks that are actually rooted together,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes all the way down. And honest to God, it's about that far away from the floor, apart from a couple of bits that are actually starting to root in the floor.
Yeah, Koi Addict is definitely a good facility he's got there.
Oh, in the space of time it took him to build it as well. That's
90 days.
That's the big one.
90 days with around the clock.
Yeah.
Can you boys hear me?
We can hear you now.
Oh, you couldn't hear me this entire time?
No, you had the camera muted, you muppet.
No, you had the camera
Jesus
muted, you
Christ.
tit.
Hold on, let me try and get them here at the glass. Come on.
Here, fishy, fishy.
Oh, I tell you what, that match cow back in the background's nice. That one there.
Oh, you mean this one?
Yeah, that
Doesn't
one's
he have a pattern of kind of like an Asagi?
Yep.
I love him so much. He's my favorite fish right now. He's got a little bit of that Benny on the bottom.
The brown underneath.
Yeah, it's Benny. Like a little yellow. A little yellowish.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the magoi coming out in it.
Mm. What does that mean, Vince?
It's just the old type of bloodline.
It's the original the original bloodline. Everything. If you later on go and look at the Koi family tree, everything stems from magoi.
Yeah.
And you'll find after magoi, Asagi is one of the oldest varieties going.
Mm.
They are one of the closest to
Cam gone.
Oh, oopsies. Sorry about that. But yeah.
But you definitely got some nice fish there, Super. I like that ace.
Thank you.
That bonsai there. You fixed that base yet?
No, man. Concrete work. I can't do concrete work inside the studio right now. I don't want to mess it up, man.
But yeah, that is a bonsai and a half, that is.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, sorry, whoopsies.
There you go, Will. There's an idea for you, mate. Look at all them little branches coming down.
Look at that.
Yeah, I love aerial roots, man. I love aerial roots. I got a thing for them. Right now, all the auto feeders are turned off, man. So I didn't actually tell you guys what's going on here then. These are all sold. All budget. All at really good prices, I'd say. These are half sold. Aoki's.
Yeah.
You can just see the general quality in there. It's stunning. Look at that guy there. He's just a genuine Kogane Mochiba, but it's beautiful. And then that's the tank that gave me the scare today.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see why.
Yeah.
They need more space ASAP. And they eat
so
much. I'm not filling it up, Vince. Not filling it up. It's at 600 liters.
What's the matter, McFly? Chicken?
Pardon?
I said, what's the matter, McFly? You chicken?
Absolutely. Absolutely chicken at this point. I'm trying to keep all my fish in their tanks because like that that IBC, I tried to cover it and shit went down. I just can't take any risk right now. These are all the jumbo toe size, Marihiro, Hiroi, Chugoro. Hold on, let me get you guys inside. Look at that. Quality content right here, folks. Don't forget to hit that
Feed
thumbs up button.
Seymour.
Isn't it?
Ain't nobody bringing you this on live.
Feed me.
Hey, I do.
Okay.
I'd bring it twice a week, mate.
I know. I'm talking shit then. Okay. But yeah, so that's
What's with the
pretty much.
CChem sign, Sid? Have you been given sponsorship?
No, I bought so much shit of theirs
Yeah.
that at this point they just give me freebies.
Nice.
Nice.
Talking of
I thought about
freebies.
sponsorship, and I can get sponsorships. I just don't want them. I don't need them. My business is my own sponsorship, bro.
Oh, of course.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm
yeah.
doing like I already get paid to do this. I don't need to try and do this for like free shit or like none of that. That way I get to keep all of it. It's all mine. Sponsored by no one but your man Sid. You know?
But yeah, talking of freebies,
Yeah.
we're going to
you
have
and your
quite a
freebies.
lot of. You'll be seeing quite a lot of products coming shortly, guys, from Cloverleaf over on my channel.
Oh, how'd you angle that one?
A few emails here and there, you know, chitty chatties, as well as so we've got Highgart, and we're possibly looking at Cloverleaf as well. So,
there's some fucking ignorant companies out.
Oh yeah, there are. There's some of them that won't even reply back to you.
No, they don't.
No, they're the ones you don't need. They're the ones you don't need.
I actually had someone draft me out a professional like email to send out to people. But they got sent out to Burton's, sent out to Revolution Aqua, it got sent to Mountain Tree, and there was one others we sent it to, and not one company even acknowledged the fucking email. Not one company.
Yeah.
Not even to say, oh, thank you for getting in contact with us, but we're not able to do anything at this moment in time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not even that. Not even an acknowledgement.
Yep, I know what you mean. But yeah, I got a lot of tropical food coming from them to test out.
Nice, because they also do bond treatments as well.
Yeah, I'll be getting some. I've already told them I've already got a load of blanket answer anyway.
So don't send me no more of that.
Yeah, so don't send me no more of that. One thing that they may be doing once they go down the line is actually sending me out their own skimmers that they do as well. To actually test out one of their small, it's just a little small skimmer that you just literally just whack your line on. So you know where on the backside of the small pond you've got the hole, which originally was going to be the return.
Yeah.
Well, what I was going to do is put a little bit of pipe on that on a 90 and then drop that down onto another 90, which would then connect to the skimmer and then have that pump up through into a small backy. So yeah, that will just sit in that back corner out the way.
Right, got ya.
But obviously that's more of a setting up for hobby when he gets round to it. So I'm just hammering the groundwork now, so he ain't got much to to do getting all the footwork in and just doing all that kind of little bits, you know. But yeah, it seems to be working pretty well. So we've got more to come from Hygo as well. They're looking at sending out more as well for the other channel. So
I'm waiting for the I'm waiting for them to get the EC, whatever it is, for the auto feeder.
Yep.
I could do a little auto feeder that is designed and aimed at aquariums.
Yes.
But I reckon it could be used really well on small growing systems.
Oh yeah, it could do. Definitely.
I have spoken with Hygo, and they have said once they need an EC rating or something or a certificate for it can be sold in the EU and places like that.
Yes. So Andrew is asking, any advice on filtration for that amount of water?
Something that size, I'd put 2 bottom drains on it.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
If
Maybe more.
If money is no object, I would do 2 bottom drains into a drum, into a biochamber, shower, return.
2 bottom drains, 2 skimmers.
No, you should only need 1 skimmer.
Yeah, you should only need 1 skimmer.
It's so much surface area. And instead it's outdoors, right?
Yeah, exactly that, Simon. That's why I said if money's no object, then I would 2 bottom drains,
320.
1 skimmer into a drum, from drum to a big, huge biochamber, and then you can either pump 1 pump up over the
20 to 30% volume at least.
Biochamber, just have 1 pump returning.
But just remember this, 20 to 30% of biofiltration volume if you want to keep heavy stock.
But if you want to watch the pennies, then we get a couple of Nexuses, 1 on each bottom drain. Something like a 10 pist for the skimmer.
Yeah.
You know, even if you put a Nexus on, you can still build a separate biochamber pump from there. So you can gravity Nexus into your biochamber, so you can actually up the filtration. If you have 1 bottom drain, 1 filter, and then up over showers, then no worries at all. Gentleman I used to know, his pond was over 7 deep. He ran 2 Nexus 320s or 2 bottom drains. They gravity fed into a big K1 biochamber, and then was pumped up over 2 bloody great showers in one return.
Well, if I remember correctly, weren't they the large stainless steel ones that you had?
Yes. 2 bloody great easy.
Yes. They were bloody massive.
Huge. So yeah, your filtration, mate, all depends on your budget and what you want out of your koi pond as well.
For sure.
Yeah, because you're definitely going to have a cracking amount
well,
there.
Is another aspect you've got to look at then as well.
Yeah.
Something that is on polytunnel.
Yeah, you can pick up the 720 gauge polythene that they use on polytunnels for around, I think it says here.
You make your own framework and turn it into like a greenhouse.
Well, yeah, the best thing to use for that is, as from what I've used up on the allotment, is just using the 15 mil blue water pipe and just heat it up a little bit with a heat gun and then just bend it and fit it
Exactly. But yeah, something that size, I would do 2 bottom drains, and then you can either build yourself a settlement chamber that gravity feeds to an active K1 chamber, and then you can pump from that over showers and back round the pond,
Mm-hmm.
and that really effectively for not a lot of money. Few tank connectors.
What about sump?
You're in
Well,
your
that's
fucking sumps.
that's basically what a sump is. It's a settlement chamber.
Yeah, it is.
So that's what I
But
said.
sumps work really well
Basically
if
the
you
same
have
as a.
many settlement chambers.
Well, yeah, you look at the marine tanks, how they've got when they've got their sumps. You know, you got your higher level, and then obviously it drops down, and then gets taken back. So if you have one sump, say 3 foot, and then you got your next chamber, which is like 2 foot, and then that then returns it back. When you get that extra foot of space, if I'm right, you'll have that extra foot of space where the water will be crystal, where it then goes back down into the return to go back. So you've always got that 12-inch for the sediment to actually settle down before you purge it.
Yeah, that's important.
See, I've been doing my research.
Yep. But failing that, Andrew, failing that, Andrew, drop me an email, and I'm sure we can run over some ideas for you. That's not a problem.
In other words, in the evening time, Vince will be drawing.
Call it a day because we've been
Yep.
going an hour and 40 now.
Yeah, I
Oh,
appreciate
damn.
everyone stocking by.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, we have been going.
Oh,
Quite a little while today.
Yeah, I had to crack it off because it was getting like 5 past, and I'm like, no, for something's going on, I'm going to hit it, get it rocking and rolling. Otherwise, we can't have people sitting around, 12 people in there waiting. I wasn't having it. So I was like, fuck it,
Right thing
bang
to
it.
do.
Anyway, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you for joining along. We will see you again, same place, same time, next weekend. I've been Twisted Koi.
I've been said for Mochi Bato India.
I've been Shane from Hearts Koi.
Catch you
We'll
later.
see you
See
all
you guys
soon.
next time.
See you all at 6 o'clock over on my channel as well with Christine and Maureen.
Cool.
See you all soon, guys. Take care.